What up? Okay, guys, we have a professional show match in a second here. Red Alert 2. Very excited, man. Very excited. That's so cool. Like, lately, the early stream is for me. And I want to play Red Alert 2. I know it doesn't get many views and people don't care so much. I don't give a fuck, man. I don't give a fuck. Oh, watch this. They've leaked a new game already? Oh, God. Yeah. What you gonna do? Victoria Freed seems, huh? But I don't want to talk about it. I want to enjoy the ceremony at 8. I'm actually far more excited for the Hearts of Iron stuff tomorrow. Red Alert 2 is such an amazing game. Red Alert 2 is timeless, man. And I'm getting much better. I was training all morning with Pixel, and I'm getting much better. I'm learning a lot from the pros. Be around the map and how you build your collectors and shit. I'm getting much better at it. Feel free to give yourself roles and roles. They will give you access to game-specific channels. Okay. I'm talking to the guys. I prefer StarCraft 2. I get it. StarCraft 2 is sick, man. But this is just... It's hard to understand. You need to be in your late 20s to understand this. This game is so many people's childhood. It's one of the greatest games ever. And it's nostalgia. I know you younger kids, you don't get this. It's just an old man playing an old game. But it's just amazing. 1-on-1 me, Tommy? Fuck off, MJ. You guys are pros. I suck at this. You can join the voice chat with Mad. Test, 1 2 1 2.
Hey Tommy, how's it going, man?
How you doing, bro? You beat me yesterday. Fuck you.
I'm sorry, man. I tried to be nice about it. I wasn't trying to show you up on stream.
Unbelievable. Okay, man. Just when the time comes, tell me what to do, how to join, and I'm ready, man.
Okay, cool. I'm just making the room now.
What is this game? Is there like a league or something? Why are these two people meeting each other today?
So these guys are playing because one of the guys, Snark, I think he chatted with earlier, put up some money to play against each other. Because the scene's quite small, there's not much there's nothing obviously officially organized behind any of this. So there's either player-led tournaments going on at any one time, or there's dollar show games for it put up by various people just because they sort of want to, you know, see grudge matches played or...
That's interesting. They put up their own money to fight people.
Yeah, absolutely. Huh. Okay, so the room name is actually, if you're you're streaming, I'll DM.
I can turn this off if you want.
Okay. Well, wait.
No, don't say. What are you doing? Wait.
I was going to tell you the password to the lobby. I didn't.
No, don't tell me. Don't tell me. They just can't see the screen.
Okay. I'll DM it to you.
Never tell a password. These fucks are.
Right. There you go. It's not a super secret password, but
Is it in general?
I DM'd it to you on CNCnet.
You can DM me and see. Oh well, they don't see it on stream. Press F4 to respond.
Yeah, F4, and you should see a little like pop up coming down from the top right.
What does that number mean?
It's the password.
I get it.
I also sent you an invite.
Got it. Cool shit, man. I'm excited.
Okay.
Now I choose observer. Cool. I know this map. I played this map. They're probably gonna do another map.
I expect they will do. I expect they're gonna start off on Hack Freeze Over, because Hack Freeze Over is a sort of classic.
Red Alert 2 International Finals. I'm very excited.
This sort of is.
Oh, I'm not on push to talk. One sec. There you go. There you go. Okay, man. Jeez. How come you play Red Alert 2 and not free? Because Red Alert 2 is much better. Marco versus Gaoka. Marconi going ham over here, huh? You should host a tournament. I don't feel like this game really has true esports, because if you play Yuri, you just win. Like, Andy, I know you're watching, man. Every time you build that fucking brain tank that takes over people, I feel like, Jesus, man. That shit is so fucking broken. Like, that Russian guy, that Chinese guy is trying so hard against you, and you just take all his Rhino tanks, and then you fucking eat them with the with the meat grinder. That seems so fucking oof. Yuri broken. I think I can beat Yuri, but it's like Terrence in StarCraft 2. You know what was StarCraft 2? Every bitch with a small penis played Terrence, cause Terrence are easy, right? Oh, I built Marines the whole game and I stimpacked them. Look at me, I pressed the S button. I'm so good at the game. While Zergs and Protoss had to work their ass off to beat the Terran, and that's what Yuri is in Red Alert 2. It's kind of like it's beatable, but it's the easy way out. It's the easy way out.
I imagine if you ask Andy in your chat, he'll say that Soviet's more powerful than Yuri.
What?
It's a hotly debated topic that you're never gonna get a clear-cut scientific answer to. I would agree with you that Yuri is the most powerful, but some people, normally Yuri players, say that it's not.
Yeah, it's just like Terrence and StarCraft. They act like their race is hard, even though it's not. And also he does. I'm watching Andy a lot at night. He makes a lot of collectors, which makes all these slaves, and then he makes a genetic mutation on his own slaves, which then become berserks, and then he deletes them for money. And that's just you're always going to be so far ahead in money. I feel like
that's a very common Yuri tactic. Yuri's economy late game is unbeatable and not really something that you want to fight against.
That's something I felt when I was watching Andy a lot, that you have to rush Yuri players. If you go too long with them, you're just going to get wrecked.
Problem is, Yuri's early game defenses is quite powerful.
So he's good at everything.
Yeah, there's a sweet spot somewhere around the middle where you can take them out, but allies have a real problem against Yuri because of Yuri's mind control. Soviets normally the go-to faction.
Why? I thought allies are good because they have the robot tanks. Why is Soviets better against Yuri?
You saw it yesterday when you played versus Ricky. Ricky Iron Curtained his.
Because of Iron Curtain, yeah.
Iron Curtained his terror drone, his little sort of robot spiders. Which
I remember.
Allows you to just charge your units into the Yuri army.
Yeah, yesterday he had 6 terror drones. And he just ran into me.
And because Yuri's army is normally quite small and expensive, it's slow to produce. Yuri has trouble coming back from that particularly quickly. So
Test. Can you hear me? Test. My push to talk doesn't work, man. Awkward.
This is gonna be a best of 13. Damn, how much time have you got?
Best of 13. I will watch like 3, I guess, or something.
Oh, okay, cool.
And then I have to get back to training to beat all you guys.
Taking a break from Hoi 4?
You have to, otherwise you're gonna get suicidal.
That's what I feel about this game. I play it almost every day, and I've got to play something else. Sometimes.
Hey, one thing is for sure though. I want to say this to your community. I swear to God, this is the truth of life. The person that has the most hours in this game is not you, Andy, whatever. It's my fucking dad. I swear to God.
Yeah.
My dad plays this game every day since release. Every single day. But he only plays single player. He never touches multiplayer. I swear to God. And he's really, really bad. He will still get wrecked.
You could be describing my dad for saying that. I think you'll be surprised. Well, you probably wouldn't be surprised. The number of people in the community who grew up with either an older brother or a dad playing it, and them sort of watching over the shoulder, after school before going to bed. Or playing a little bit and playing single player campaign and not really playing multiplayer until much later.
That's why, chat, we like this game. Our generation was really grown with this game. That's why I think a lot of younger people don't understand this, but it's really, really special.
It's not a great game in and of itself, but it's got a level of nostalgia value that I think anybody who didn't.
I think it's an amazing game, dude. Look at games nowadays; they're undone. This game had so many storylines and the acting and the different unit types, and the campaign is so good, man.
The campaign is brilliant.
The graphics are so unique, never seen again.
The graphics haven't really aged. I will agree.
Yeah, it's like, they're like a comic in a weird way.
Okay, so we have Gaokian.
Kane best character? Can you ask him what he thinks about Tiberian Wars games for CC? No. I'm gonna get another chicken, and then I'm gonna brush my teeth afterwards. channel on me. This is my whole food for today's stream, man. I gotta. This is very unhealthy, by the way.
Damn.
Can we have a Tommy versus Feedback after this? I'm always telling Feedback to fight me. He's a pussy, though. Dave, I know you're watching. I watched 3 games and we one-on-one each other, Dave. I'm a Yuri main now. Fuck you. Okay, Dave. Alright. Alright. So guys, we're watching the pro. We're watching the pros for 3 games or something, and then one-on-one versus Dave. I will never beat. I will never lose to Dave. Never. I will bet subs. I will. You bet at Iraq? Thank you, Fastnova. I watch a lot of Andy, and he teaches me a lot of Yuri. I feel like I'm gonna play random. I'm gonna beat Dave easy, man. I'm playing random. I think I will take America. I think America is very good against noobs. Because you have the paratroopers.
America is the standard allied faction to play when you play 1v1s, just as Iraq is the standard one to do when you play Soviet.
Because
the paratroopers having a free set of 10 GIs is just so powerful.
Yeah, really, really crazy. And in the low levels where I play now, amateurs, you just out micro people so hard, you drop on their base and they're like, oh, what's happening?
Yeah. And they can't defend things quick enough. Okay, right. I don't know where Marco is. Marco letting Team Europe down here.
You're being disrespectful to Dave? Dude, can you hear me? Matt, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Dude, I push to talk 50 times and you can still hear me. This is awkward.
I'll hear you the entire time, man. Don't worry, I'm keeping quiet.
No, all good, all good. I just don't want to annoy you with talking all this shit all the time.
It's fine, man.
Yeah, it says right here, look chat, push to talk. And I'm always, I don't understand. Who knows?
Yo, guys. Just wishing you luck. Tommy, pleasure to meet you, bro. I'm the sponsor of this specific matchup. Well, along with a few others, but I'm the one who organized it. A pleasure to have you, of course. And, I mean, we're in for a treat. I'm not going to hang out here. I'm going to let you two do your job. But I just want to give you a tiny bit of background here. Marco is disputably either first or second best player, right? Except for the Chinese players, and Gauki is the best Chinese player in the world. So basically, we're talking about, you know, definitely in the top 5 players worldwide are going face to face now. Best of 13 games should be insane, should be epic. And you got a guy who really knows the stuff here, so...
Sai is Marco.
Sai is Marco, yes. They run around changing their nicknames every day just to confuse people.
Are they okay though? They have 300 ping. Is that...
Because we've got Gaoki and with China and its great firewall, and we've got to be careful which servers we use.
Oh, Yuri versus Yuri, there you go.
Anyway, good luck, boys. I'll catch you afterwards.
Hey, Snake, does the Chinese guy or Marco have a YouTube channel where I can watch these guys?
Marco streams. He has his own Twitch channel. And Matt, in your YouTube channel, you have quite a few good pro games where you could watch some serious games, no?
I do. I spend a lot of my time casting instead of playing because no one wants to ever see me play games.
Yuri is the hardest request, man.
Not true. Anyway, I'm gonna let you guys do your job. Have fun, and I'll see you after the match.
See you, dude.
Thank you. This is cool. So it's all about Iraq and Yuri. Nobody ever plays allies, huh?
You can play Allied versus Soviet, but like I said, Allied versus Yuri is just not fun, and you tend to get smashed pretty quickly.
Didn't the community ever try, like on the right side it says Yuri's Revenge rebalanced. Did the community never try to balance the game out?
Yes, there was a Yuri's Revenge rebalance patch for several years, which was a massive sledgehammer to Yuri and made Yuri unplayable. And actually about 3 weeks ago, the 2.0 patch got released, and that's very popular. That works pretty well. But you will, as with any game, get an argument between the purists saying it's not the original game and people who want to have a fun game saying, let's do that.
A fun game sounds better. I mean, in the end, the goal will be to get new players in, right? New people.
Yeah, which it's got to be fun at the same time. I enjoy playing on the rebalance, but
here we fucking go.
Here we go.
Welcome to the Rattler 2 International $1 million prize pool. We have the greatest man of China. And we have Marco. God damn.
So
that's fucking cool, man.
You'll see both players will try and stretch out their base.
Yeah.
Marco in the bottom left a bit less because obviously his miners can move around the map, which gives him a nice advantage. Gaoki will build off to the right here, and then we'll try and stretch down that gold patch on the side of the map. I'm not expecting either player to be particularly aggressive against each other in the first couple of minutes. They're just going to kind of scout each other out and take things slowly.
I'm just gonna color commentate as a noob. I realized they spread the base a lot, yeah. I would guess first of all to be less targeted. Like in StarCraft, you don't want to get nuked and everything is in the same spot, and to reach the patches easier, the supply patches.
To reach the patches is certainly important. Is certainly the main one there. By stretching your base out as well, it means that you can have your production buildings spread out, which means, as you said, they're less hard to kill, and also given the map terrain, it means that you can get units coming out wherever you need them. If you're being pincer attacked, then you can switch the prime, your prime war factory to have tanks come out either at the bottom of your base, the left side, etc.
Terror drone first. I learned that. I play Yuri a lot now, and I learned that from Andy. You do the Gatling gun, and then you do two collectors.
2 miners.
Yeah.
There's a couple of builds for Yuri. I actually do when I play Yuri, which is not something anybody ever wants to see. But I tend to go Andy's build because it's a pretty solid build going into sort of mid game. The only issue with it is if you get pushed early on, you don't have a radar up, which can be annoying.
One thing I truly realized as I'm playing with noobs all day, a lot of people from chat and stuff are joining, is people really don't know what economy means in this game yet. People build like 2 collectors and then they wonder why after 5 minutes they get overrun. That's something I realize a lot in the amateur level right now.
You'll see Gaoki up on the top right. I mean, he's had 2 miners come out of his war factory and he's built 2 refineries, so he's got 4 at the moment. I expect he'll build 2 more. He's going to build 1 underneath his power plant at the bottom of his base in a second.
Yeah, that's already 5 miners, yeah.
Tech, okay. Wasn't expecting that. Okay, he's gonna go Iron Curtain because he's against Yuri. So 5 miners out for Gaoki, 5 miners out for Marco. Gaoki is broke.
Do they have the same income value, or are the income values of miners different in this game?
So Soviet miners is 1,000 of gold. It would be 2,000 if it was gems, because gems count for double. Allies have 500, but then they insta-teleport home. So over time, it averages out to about the same thing. The Yuri miners are the slaves carry much less. I think it's 250. But that's to try and balance out the fact that the Yuri miners can just move around the map freely at will. And the slaves kind of follow along.
Makes sense. Yeah, there's the brain tank. That unit scares the shit out of me. Every time I see it, I just want to Alt F4. Yep.
So those units do take damage if they mind control over more than 3 enemy units. So the 2 ways to get it to take a terror drone and stick it in there and kill it from the inside, or to charge like weak units in and basically overload it. And you'll see Gaoki build a lot of anti-air flak tracks, and that's not because he expects floating discs. It's because he's going to charge it into Marco's army and try and overload that mastermind.
I didn't know if it's over 3 he takes damage. Okay. Yeah. I was watching a video yesterday and he took over an entire army of Russia, but then the brain tank exploded and I was like, what?
That'll be exactly it. If you're quick, you'll try and force fire and kill your the controlled units. Even if you're going to lose your brain tank, then at least some of your opponent's units goes down as well. 2 floating discs out of Marco now as well. But as I said, both of them playing each other very respectfully here.
Yeah.
Neither trying to dive in on each other. Geoki's are poking and prodding a little bit.
Terradromes seem to be very weak in the early game against Yuri because his collectors just killed him so quickly. In the early game, at least, I feel like.
The Yuri collectors.
No, yeah. Like an early game Terror Drone, I don't do that when I'm Yuri because I don't do any damage anyway. Much.
Okay, so there you go. You see the Iron Curtain used by Geoki here. Takes out the Mastermind. Flak Track's coming to the front to take out the discs. And Marco really has nothing else. And that is, Yuri's army tends to be small and powerful and require a lot of micro. But Geoki also not diving in because he knows the Marco is going to have a mind control tower. There you go,
clever.
It just went up. And the worst thing is to be attacking Yuri buildings and have one of those pop up on your head because you know 2 of your units are going to be mind controlled straight away.
So 2 units or how many?
It takes time to mind control units. It's like a 3 seconds per attack. It can mind control 3 at a time. So by the time you've got out of its range, you've lost 2 units, give or take.
Okay.
If you're slow, you've lost 3.
Yeah, looking pretty good now for the Iraq player, sorry.
And there you go, Mastermind being overloaded again.
I get it. But man, it seems so crazy that he's able to take over so many divisions. Wow.
I mean, Marco's just I'm surprised Marco's being the Yuri's being very kind of slow about this. Gonna lose his miner in the middle, but he has mined out most of those gems. It's not looking bad for him, but it's not looking like he's getting much of the initiative. On the other hand, he now has an army together. He's got money, and Geoki on the top. He has expanded nicely onto the left side. You see his base walk now. You know, that's the power of base walking. And microing your miners around so that you know that you have gold going forwards. Iron Curtain used again down in the middle. And I think this is over for Marco. It
looks very bad here.
As well as the lag, which is a bit of a pain.
So that's because the Chinese player, right? We have to play on a server that's a bit nicer for the Chinese player.
I mean, we're on a Chinese server, otherwise you couldn't play at all. Oh! Marco trying to run through the back of Geoki's base with a few tanks, but not really getting much done. Geoki seeing him and pushing him out.
I don't want to say much. I just love this. I love this, man. I didn't even know this existed. I remember like some years ago, like 3 years ago, I was like, man, you remember Rattler 2? It's so cool. And I got the game, CNC.net. And I was watching probably the wrong YouTube videos and I was playing the wrong games. And it felt to me, when I played the game 3 years ago, that it was all about tank rushes. The Russians all did Rhinos, the Allies all did Grizzlies, and that was all it is. That's what my games looked like. And I was very disappointed. I was like, okay, this game has no meta, it's just tanks versus tanks, and I quit.
Yep.
And now I came back 3 days ago, and there's a fucking big meta, actually.
Oh.
That was so wrong. Oh, yeah, he took it over.
Super Weapon took over a lot of Geoki's tanks. That's going to give Marco a new lease on life. I mean, okay, Nuke coming in though. That's probably going to go down on top of these 3 war factories in the middle. Yes! 2 of them go.
Can you predict where a nuke is coming?
So the siren sound will get louder. It's like playing a game of Marco Polo. It will get louder the closer your screen is to where it's going to drop.
Because I was watching these videos and the guys always knew where the nukes are.
Yeah, you force shield wherever it's going to land. It's based purely on how loud the sound is, and then you try and look around at what's on your screen at that point, and then you try and shield or sell out the buildings where you think it's going to land. So Marco doesn't have much of an army left. He's got a mastermind coming down. He's got some Lasher tanks and some Gatling tanks.
One big brain boy.
Goki doesn't have an Iron Curtain, so he's gonna struggle to really push through this.
And that's so scary about it. These two grain tanks, they just are so scary.
Yeah,
that you cannot push into them.
Got to be careful because if he charges his flak tanks in on top of this, then Marco's just going to send them back at him, and his tanks will kill his own flak tanks.
Yeah, I want to show this to chat. He just mutated his own workers, and now he makes them in here. No, he doesn't.
He should.
He's
or
going
at
to
least
the other
split
one.
off half of them.
And now he kills his own units to get money for them.
Yep, 250 apiece.
No. 250 apiece. Jesus Christ.
And bearing in mind the slaves are free to begin with.
Yeah. So that's what Maddie said. In the long run, in the long late game, Yuri might always be ahead economy-wise.
Marco's broke, and now he's got an extra 5k, 4.5k. Goki's sitting on 6k, so he's not having money issues himself. But if the game continues to go on, lines will be drawn on the map where it could end up looking like a pro StarCraft game where players do just mine out the entire map.
That's great. So, when I started 2 days ago, I was doing 1v1s of chat, and I had this idea or feeling that I'd rather play the 4-player maps in a 1v1 because you have this more late-gamey character of it. A lot of 1v1 maps are so small and there's no mining going on and the game's over so quick. And it seemed to me like, especially like this map is nice and big, you have so much more gameplay when the maps are bigger.
I mean, this map is a 2v2 or a 4v4 map normally. And most competitive games do get played on 4-player maps, just with 2 of the spots removed.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, yeah.
So Marco's mining out all the ore kind of close to his base. He's got a nice gold patch, and there you go, more brutes for his grinder.
Kirov reporting. And now again, that was like, what, 2 minutes, and he already has berserks again, and he can kill 250 each.
Yep. You got a timer down in the bottom right, so the genetic mutator is what he's using, 420 at the moment.
That's a lot of money.
Nuke goes down on his... That's no free money.
It's well played.
And 2 of his miners go
kind
down.
of a micro mistake here, not putting the berserks into the meat grinder.
Yep. And that's a lot of flak tracks. That's going to make mind control impossible. But
Oh, shit. Wait,
that didn't get very much. That only got a couple of tanks. I'm not sure what Marco has left.
I thought he totally clicked on that army, but nothing really happened.
No, I mean, it's, bearing in mind the game is very much a grid game underneath it all. If tanks aren't perfectly lined up next to each other, then your little 3x3 grid of take over these units won't actually take over 9 units.
He's not using his flags here.
So yeah, Iron Curtain tanks there. He's gonna run away. Tank number. Okay, reinforcements coming in from the right hand side. He could definitely go in on Marco here.
It's kind of crazy how this Yuri player stayed alive for so long.
GG.
Nice. Damn.
Nice.
I am very, very surprised in the last days since I watched these pros on YouTube and this right now. Because like I just said, I thought the meta is super stale and the game is actually just dumb. But these guys are showing, your community is showing that this stuff actually has a real meta to it, man. It's beautiful.
Oh, absolutely.
Really nice, man. Fuck. Yeah, it's a 4-player map. Now I see it. Yeah, makes sense. Whew. Yeah, host advantage. That was a thing in StarCraft where you now take a server where Sai is from for fairness reasons. That's what they did back in the day.
That's a good point.
Oh, he's switching to America? Thank you, what's up? Smaller face cam? What do you mean smaller face cam? Come on. Unbelievable.
How can people not want to see that big, beautiful beard?
Bro, there's so much food in it. It's kind of disgusting. Okay, boys, let's watch game number 2 here in a second. Then one more game, and then I will show you 3 esports, me versus feedback. It's great though. Like every game in the world, right? You learn so much from pros. I learned so much here.
I mean, you watch them play, and you say, yeah, okay, that's not too difficult to do. That looks pretty simple, and then it becomes. You try it yourself, and you see that it takes you twice as long to actually do.
Again, like my story is, I just found Andy on YouTube so far, and I can't sleep at night, but my girlfriend is like, oh, come to bed with me. So I'm laying there under my pillow, and I'm watching these Andy videos. And he is disencouraging me from playing this game because his micro is so crazy.
It takes a lot. It definitely takes a lot.
Fucking hell. That's the good thing about Hoi 4. You can act like you're the best, but it takes no micro. You press one button every 10 minutes.
Yeah, you press one button. But I mean, there is tank control involved for the Soviet play. You can't just charge all your tanks in, because against somebody who knows what they're doing, you're just gonna get steamrolled.
Yep. Very often, my issue right now is when I play is I don't understand how to engage an enemy. Let's say you have a field, and there's 2 armies facing each other. They all have the same. They have tanks and prism tanks, and this guy had that, blah blah blah. I never know how to engage really. Should I click on the ground in front of enemy? Should I send the tanks first and then micro something like prism tanks behind? Should I do the attack order, control shift? How exactly do I engage in a big battle? What's the best way?
It depends what tanks you're using. If you're playing Soviet, then you don't really. If you're playing it competitively, there's no that you don't need to build anything other than your Rhino tanks, because nothing else is as fast, as cost effective. Cabins. Okay, cool. And so you're really looking, if you're playing Soviet, I think, to try and split around the map. So you've got your main army, and then you've got 1 or 2, and some people 3 if they're complete machines, groups of 3 or 4 tanks that they've got running around the map trying to poke and prod your opponent, take out their miners. And that's generally how you play Soviet. And when it comes to your fight, yes, you can sort of smash them into each other. So long as you've got a larger, I suppose, surface area of tanks. Like, you essentially want more of your tanks to be shooting your opponent than they have shooting you at the start of the battle, right? With Allied, you're right, having prism tanks at the back of your army is hang on.
Oh, that's nice, Yuri. We're not gonna see Yuri. That's nice. I like that.
We're not gonna see Yuri. Gage, you're going.
Good shit. So
Gage, you're gonna go America. Okay.
Yeah, guys, check out Andy's channel if you give a fuck about, and all the others, man. There's so many. Follow these people. How do I do this? Boom. If you are interested in a Red Alert 2 esports. Also, Andy, your microphone is complete fucking trash, mate, dude. Every time I watch your shit, it's like nobody fucking understands you, bro. What are you doing?
Andy's just a gamer. Andy's just a gamer. He's not a streamer. But yeah, Andy's mic is horrible, but his skills make up for it. That's very true. That's
I have so many questions because I'm wondering. You know, in like StarCraft, you have tiers. Tier 1, Tier 2, Tier 3. You over the course of the game, you go to bigger units. It doesn't seem to be so much the case here. For example, for Soviets, as you just said, you stay on Rhino tanks. Does it never ever make sense to make Apocalypse tanks, for example?
In the new 2.0 patch, yes, it does. The new 2.0 patch means that Apocalypse tank can shoot move. Okay, these guys are gonna. These guys might remake because they're not playing. I don't know what they want to do. Oh, is this nice and silky smooth?
Yeah, this is not cool. Oh, it seems like they're playing, huh?
It looks like they're playing.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah, so allied. I mean, in theory, you've got 3 tech levels. You've got war factory tech, you've got radar tech, and then you've got battle lab tech. That applies more to allied, where you're going to be building tanks out of your war factory, and then you could build more war factories, or you could build more refineries. Alternatively, you could build a radar that will unlock rocketeers for you, and then after that, you can build a battle lab. And those are your 3 tech levels if you want to compare it with some StarCraft. Soviet, tier 2 tech to get the desolators can be pretty. Okay, they were lag testing that.
That was very smooth.
That was very smooth. That's okay. EU servers work then for the Chinese players. Awesome.
There you go. Didn't even know they played this in China.
It's huge. It's absolutely huge.
That's insane.
Like if I look through the tunnel servers, then like 20% of them, 25% of them are China. It's also huge out in the Middle East. You find a lot of players.
So interesting. How does that come to be? Like,
I have no. Bearing in mind this game, 20 years ago was released in Western Europe and the US shortly after the fall of the Soviet Union. It's interesting.
I remember a funny story. The day 9/11 happened, my parents are watching TV. 9/11 is happening. I'm literally playing the second mission of the Russian campaign, man, where you have to take the Twin Towers with Tesla troopers. Oh, fucking crazy. Andy Gaming, Blue Yeti is like the go-to. It's 100 euros, I think, though, but it's very, very. I mean, just to beat all these people, take the 100 euros, and it's a very good mic, I think. Tommy did 9/11. Well, some white guy did 9/11, that's for sure. Sheesh. Wow. Where are you from, Eddie? You're from England.
I'm English. Yeah.
You have good English.
I'll try not to fanboy, but I must admit I do watch a fair amount of your YouTube and Hoi4 Twitch streams.
How does a Red Alert guy watch Hoi4? That must be so boring to you guys because it's so slow and shit.
I've been playing Hoi4 since the game came out, and that was absolutely cursed. Like, try playing Hoi4 now with no DLCs, and you'll want to rip your eyes out.
Yeah. Actually, very good point.
It's just nice to watch. Nice to kind of sit and chill and watch it. And honestly, that's how I learned to play Hoi4 properly, by watching people stream it. And understanding tank width, tank metas, division metas, and it's nice to play some Yuris and have people who are. I'm not a great player.
Nobody is nowadays. Don't worry.
But no, I meant even at Red Alert 2. I'm not the best player in the world, but hang on. What is?
Dave, I hate that you're watching this because you're learning something here.
Most people might be saying.
That was very true.
I don't know what Gayoki is doing.
Mute your mic. Oh, sorry, man. I always forget that I'm eating. Sorry.
Yum num num num.
Get ready, Dave. You fuck. It's gonna get your ass.
Okay, so they've gone back to Yuri in Iraq then.
But am I stupid or did they switch?
They did switch.
Yeah, they did switch.
I mean, Marco switched back to Soviet. They shouldn't be switching. Although Marco did get a his final choice in. So loser picks second. Possibly a minor language barrier issue going on here. I don't know.
So Yuri starts with the Berserk, right? Yeah, one Berserk.
Yeah, that's to do your scouting, and then you'll build a couple of your basic infantry, which you'll then put in your power plant later in game, because Yuri can stack up to 5 units in his power plant which will give him extra power.
Oh.
And it's cheaper than building a new power plant.
I thought that when you put a unit in a power plant, it's only temporary, but it's forever.
It's forever, and you can take them out if you want to.
That's crazy.
You can undeploy it. But he wasn't able to get into the sides of his base, so Marco does get a full scout off with that dog. Unfortunately, unlike Age of Empires, there's no or StarCraft, you can't flip between player views, which would be a really nice function to be able to have.
Yeah.
So you just kind of have to keep track of where units have been, and then assume, because it's a fair assumption, that by about 3 minutes in, they've scouted out most of the map.
That's also the thing that you don't see right now. These guys are fucking legit crazy micro. That's on StarCraft level, in my opinion. Like, really good. Kind of like my micro in a way. 4 collectors, but Yuri only has 3. Also clever. I always forget that because I'm a noob. You have to micro your collectors to get the gems, which
you have to get the gems, exactly. Yep. And you also sometimes in the early game want to be microing your collectors back to your refinery before they're even full. If it looks like your money's about to hit 0, because you want that constant stream of production. You don't ever want it to start just because it's inefficient. And you'll see players at the start of the game try really, really hard not to hit 0, and in theory they shouldn't ever hit 0 because their build orders should be perfect. You'll also Marco is also going to sell some of his refineries after he finds out all of the ore around it, because they're useless at that point.
Is this a very early tech lab by Yuri? Last game we didn't see this quick.
Yeah, so Geoki and Marco, their Yuri playstyles do seem rather different. Marco kind of blobbed out a little bit more and went a little bit more, prepared himself, I think, for an early game attack a little bit better. Whereas Geoki just mass rushed that lab. No second war factory to pump out tanks. And only on 5 miners as well. Sorry, 7 miners. Damn. Okay. But a very small army. So he was relying on his scouting, telling him if anything got anywhere near.
And the Iron Curtain is ready in like 1 minute. Nice harassment. Oh, you can overrun slaves. Pretty good. You
can. Yeah. Damage. So the Desolator you can also use to deploy near slaves. In order to kill them, because it takes a few seconds for the slaves to respawn. The weakness of Yuri. That's why people like Iraq so much against him. Well, Yuri could be considered a bit of a glass cannon for sure, because there are certain glaring weaknesses. It just depends on the skill of the Yuri player as to how glaring they are, and the skill of the opposing player as to how much of a weakness it can become. Because if you don't exploit it, then you're never going to get anywhere. But if you know how to use Desolators as a rock, then all of a sudden Yuri becomes a lot easier to manage. Yeah. Not necessarily beat, but manage.
Just to explain, chat, I know you don't know. This vehicle here is a magnetron. It picks up a vehicle and pulls it closer to you. And they do that so they can then take it over, or they get the gun and shooting it in the air.
Or you drop it on a tree or a cliff and it blows up.
Oh, but that is like micro, right? You need to be like good.
And yeah, this is another reason why Yuri's army tends to be small and specialized, unlike a Soviet or Allied one, where you can just have command groups. Okay, there you go. You got your.
There you go.
Impenetrable or your Iron Curtain drones there.
But he missed 2 of them. 2 didn't find a...
2 of them I think went through. He was looking for high value targets, and indeed in the bottom right there's a mastermind tank which did get droned as well. So he really wanted to get those drones into units that his tanks couldn't deal with, which are those masterminds. The magnetrons and the Gatling tanks aren't really much of a threat to a Soviet player.
And now look, he took over the enemy tank, and now he makes it go in here, and he gets money for that. And that is strong. How much money is an overtaken Rhino?
900 over 2, so 450.
What? Taking one tank is 900 gold?
No, 450. 450.
450,
It costs
okay.
900, so divided by 2.
Ah, okay. Jesus. Fry, can you stop coming my chat every day and telling me I'm fat, you fuck? I lost 500 grams. Because your mom sucked me off, bitch.
Oh, I'm being informed by my chat that for tanks it's 100%, so it is in fact 900.
It's 900? Jesus.
I thought 450 sounded small for what we normally see. For infantry, it's 50%. Okay.
That's something I ask myself a lot when I watch these pros, and mostly it's Iraq versus Yuri that I watch also off stream. Isn't there a way for Iraq players to be more efficient about losing their rhinos? Like maybe put 5 recruits in front of it, or and sometimes I know these guys are pros, and I don't want to, you know, but sometimes it seems they really give away their rhinos a bit too easy in a way.
You mean versus Yuri with the mind control?
Yeah, versus Yuri with mind control.
I mean, that's what the flak tracks are for. That's what the flak tanks are for. They're to sort of basically act as fodder versus the mastermind and mind control, so that the mind control units get overloaded. The problem with conscripts is that the soldiers just die far too easily to enemy units. Because as an Iraq player, you must know that if you lose like 3 Rhino tanks, that's almost 3,000 gold. That is so heavy. But the built-up eco for each of these players is going to be huge over time. So 3,000 in and of itself doesn't mean a huge amount necessarily towards the sort of mid game, because you see Marco on the right here. Yeah. MCV battered and bruised. In fact, dead now. Yeah, big damage. But in that gem pile is 6 or 8K's worth of gems, and then the next to where that MCV was, it's inefficient, but in a way, again, that's where your similarity with StarCraft lies, right? You'll see a lot of StarCraft players just throwing armies away because they have the economy to sustain it. And the Iron Curtain not gonna go down. Nice, saves it. Actually defended. Wow, I thought this is over. I mean, it is over. Marco has 2 AFK miners, no MCV. Geoki is sat in his base pretty much untouched the entire game. And yeah, this is actually a rather terrifying Yuri. Yeah. Something I realized a lot in the amateur level, I always wake up in the morning and I play a lot of 1v1s with people on my level. Yep. What I really realized is that economy is everything. Absolutely. Because 100%. In the long run, you just outproduce your enemy. Yep. Yeah. You can do early game rushes, but if you don't get your early game rush done properly, you've lost the game. Like sometimes you sacrifice so much. Like there's like 1 oil field and my enemy takes it and I can't take it back. I already feel super discouraged. I mean, you can still win. I think a lot of players dig themselves in a hole. There's the GG. A lot of players will dig themselves in a hole by obsessing over losing 1 oil. I know I certainly do it. And I know other people do it as well. That you feel, especially if it's like a middle oil. Say if there's everybody starts with an oil, but there's 1 in the middle that you've got to fight over. I will obsess over trying to capture that, and I will just spend so much more money than I really need to. I totally get that. Do you or your chat know how much money an oil field makes exactly? It's 1,000 when you cap it. But of course it's 500. It's $500 engineered to capture it. Per tick, I think it's. I think it's 20 per tick. And that's like per second, or? Per second, yes. There's a couple of modders in my chat. Someone says 20 per 3 seconds. $20 per 100 frames. Okay, Snark, how much does 100 frames equal though? And I always wondered how much value oil fields have. How much value you should give them in your brain? So I guess if you're playing at what's supposed to be a 60 frame a second game, then 60 frames a second game, that should be just under every 2 seconds. So yeah, 100 game ticks, and if you're playing at 60 FPS, then that should be.
Okay. Chat, I'm not adding the score. This is the final game I'm watching. If you want to watch this, check out Maddie's stream. Maddie, can you post your stream in my chat? If you guys keep watching this pro game, because after this I want to fight Dave real quick and show him that he sucks dick.
You're very brave not having like some Nightbot auto banning people posting their Twitch links in your chat. I imagine it's got to happen a fair amount.
I'm so used to dumb chat retardation, nothing hurts me anymore. Today, some guy found out my number and he's calling me every 2 seconds for like the last 8 hours.
Oh my god,
it's like
that's cursed.
Yeah, guys, check him out. Leave him a follow, boys. Sorry, where's the game here? So yeah, the early games always look kinda same-ish. There's an early game meta that doesn't really change a lot, which is totally fine.
Sorry, you were saying that was a meta. Your Twitch chat is breaking my Nightbot.
What was I saying? There is an early game meta for every nation. There's not really big variance in a way. You do the dogs, sure, you do the berserker.
Yeah, that's very true, especially for Soviet.
Can you explain at what point, how to explain it? My English, man, sorry.
No worries.
If you look at all the free nations and their build order, the beginning is always the same. At one point, would you say, do players, especially pros, start doing different ways? Is it with the second refinery? Is it the radar? Like it always seems they always do the four collectors and then they start doing different stuff.
I would agree with that. The only variance there is whether whether you know your opponent and you know what your opponent's going to do and you can be a bit metagamey about it. You can, if you're going early game rush, there are certain maps where going early game rush can be really advantageous. Either there's a huge amount of gems or there's no gems. And if there's no gems, then it means both yours and your opponent's eco are going to take a very long time to get up and running. So if you're early game rushing them and they have gone double down into eco, then they will have no money to defend themselves and you will just clean sweep them out within about a minute and a half. It's hard to do, but players will do it. And they won't bother building their 2 miners out of their war factory. They'll just build lots of refineries and sell them to get those extra miners and pump tanks out of their war factories. You can do that. Yuri's build is somewhat unique because they will pump out extra miners. Sometimes they'll do more before radar. Some will do more after radar. Andy is a very late radar player. Some players will get radar rather early on for Yuri. And Allied, because Allied eco is a little bit weaker at the start of the game. Some players will double down on it. Some players will try and get their airport up to get Rocketeers out nice and quickly, and other players just won't bother with it. So to answer your question more TLDR, the two miners is a good benchmark, but most, and that's the divergence a lot of the time.
Dude, he just made 3k gold. He just made 3k gold with 3 rhinos in early game. That must hurt hard.
Yeah, and of course it's he's got the Desolator as well. It's not even he's getting 3k, it's a difference of 6, right?
True,
because
yeah.
One player has spent 3 and the other player gains 3, so it's net 6.
That's
and
heavy.
That adds up over the game.
Like if we remember in StarCraft, they always had, the casters had the statistic where the money is going to which player. And I guess in this game it often goes very far towards Yuri.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you've got how much money they have on the side, and you'll often see Yuri's units killed. At the score screen at the end, their units lost will be huge because that includes the slaves that they genetic mutate, it includes the brutes that they grind up, and it includes the mind controlled tanks that they grind up as well. So Yuri will often have the most losses in the game because they're making money out of their opponent's units.
Wellenüberladung.
Chat, this is how me and Dave's game is gonna look like in a second. Don't worry. Yeah, he's preparing the terror drone Iron Curtain thing again. Yeah, Yugi looks so strong here in his base. He has a huge slacker tank army, whatever they're called.
Yeah, so Marco Gaoki, I think, is in a probably the worst position we've seen him for the last 3 games. He can't get his army up to the critical mass he really needs. The Mastermind going down was an issue for Marco. His tank army was at the back, which was a questionable decision. But there we see top left, Marco trying to snipe the MCV, Iron Curtain being used to make it invincible, and then
it's just everywhere.
Push down at the bottom as well. Going to take out one of the miners with a Gatling tank. And the nuclear missile is coming up in 45 seconds.
When I see these players, I wonder how they can macro so much. A lot of training, I guess. Training.
A lot of training. Again, it's a bit like StarCraft in terms of APM. Some players have really high APM. Some players have really low APM. But that doesn't necessarily equate to how good they are or how often they win. A lot of it, I think, is muscle memory. Muscle memory in quotes, that you just remember the hotkeys, right? And it becomes second nature to how you play.
God damn. Well, Matt, that was really fucking cool, man. It was a big privilege to be part of this, and I learned a lot.
My pleasure,
again.
Man. Well, if you're ever down for some more practice games, feel free to let me know.
100%. I will, this is the Discord where you guys hang out?
It is.
Okay.
There's a couple of other big ones. I'll DM you the invite links for them. And there's the community, despite what everybody says, the community is actually pretty nice, especially to newer players. So there'll be plenty of people, I'm sure, who will be more than happy to play some practice games with you and give you some pointers here and there.
Very cool, man. Hey, thank you very much, gentlemen. If you want to keep watching this as a best of 13, check out his stream. Someone link his stream again. Check him out, boys. I wanna learn myself. It's in my fingers. I want to play. I want to play, and I want to play against Dave. Matty, thank you so much, man. That was really cool, man.
My pleasure, dude.
Very cool.
Take care. Have a good rest of your day.
21 years, man. And people still... This is insane, man. This is crazy. 21 years.
I mean, what have we got? We got... only 632 people playing it, but it's
that's good.
Always...
Hey, that's far more than Empire of Sin.
21 year old game, and you've always sometimes you got 1,000 people playing it.
That's actually not that. That's actually pretty good, man. There's a lot of games nowadays that don't have this many players.
Yeah, very true. And it's all community run as well.
Well, Matty, thank you very much, man. All the best, brother.
Cheers. You too, man. Take care.
Cool guy, man. Check him out, guys. Show some love, man. Very cool, man. Very cool. Wow. I love this shit, man. This is so cool. Feedback Gaming, it's time, little bitch. It's time, little bitch. Come on, Dave. Come on, Dave. Yeah, it's nice talking to people that are just normal once in a while. When you play 4 games all day on my Discord, you're just surrounded by fucking monkeys. I'm waiting, Dave. I'm waiting. Don't worry about it. So we have to play 4-man maps because they're more esporty. It's more fair. These 2-man maps are really not fair. Okay. Okay? 1 second.
Too deep for you, baby. 2 or 3 of us about the creek where they stay.
Okay, now I finished eating. Now you wait 30 minutes and then I can eat, then I can brush my teeth. Okay guys, we're playing against feedback. Like best of 5, what do you think, Dave? I'm taking off my pants for you, fuck. Best of 5? Activate jewelry balance, yeah. That's not Dave. Don't think that's Dave. Dave, best of 5 or what? For like 10 gifted subs or some shit, I don't know. Okay, I need a poop. Give me 5 minutes and we're good. Just join the game first, so I can check a map. Best of 5. Best of 5 against Dave. Oh shit. Dude, Dave is not afraid. It's like he knows something that I don't know. I'm getting scared here. TommyKay versus Feedback Gaming. Best of 5 international finals. Shit, I'm nervous now. So how are the rules? We flip a coin and then that person chooses the map and chooses his race? Or let's just play random the whole time. I think that's funny. Let's just play 5 random games. Feedback's gonna exploit me. I'm scared of Dave now. He's showing no fear. Okay, best of 5 guys and then Steel Division. We're playing Steel Division after that. I'm the underdog in the casino. I'm nervous now. Shit, I can't be nervous. I need my esports music. When I used to play esports in Dota, what kind of music did I listen to? I listened to a lot of rap. We need some like dark synthwave for some shit. Okay, Dave is pooping and then here he is, boys. Here he is. Okay, Dave. Okay, Dave. I have a question. When you play a 4-player map and nothing is taken, like stock is question mark, and you press go, are we always in front of each other? Or do you have to scout like in StarCraft? Know what I mean? If I would start the game here, would we be across from each other by default? Anyone know that? Can you handle 5 games without poop attacks? I didn't eat anything bad today. It's always the furthest away. Okay. Oh, fuck. I'm so excited, man. Its question mark is always random. I felt like it always puts you far away from each other. Man, there's some ugly ass maps. Fucking swastika map. I don't like water maps. I don't wanna... you know, Discord Pixel, I play all morning with Discord Pixel. We're training each other, and I win every single game. No offense, but we're learning together. It doesn't matter. And we just had a game where I'm like, okay, I'm gonna beat him. And suddenly, he built a submarine fleet, and the submarines have nukes on their back. I didn't even know. And he's nuking my whole base. Boom, 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 I'm dead, man. I'm like, what the fuck? Dude, fuck the water in this game. The guy had fucking nuclear submarines or some shit. And I was like, what? That seems like a very fair map here. Both players have oil. A lot of content here. That's gonna be sick. That's a first good map. Calm down, Tommy. Calm down. You have to play good here. 3 days of training will culminate into this game. Thank you, reality check. I need a reality check. I need to calm down. Okay. There's no Japan in this game. No, there's Korea. Do you enjoy 4v4 now? Nah, I don't really. The 2v2 was fun, Discord, but 2v2 and 4v4 are way too random, I feel like. They're like 10v10's a Steel Division. It's not about skill, it's just about memes. I'm playing on the biggest resolution. When you play Phasmophobia again? At the next 16-hour stream, for 4.5k subs, I will play Phasmophobia again. Am I developing a headache? I became such a weak human being, man. Oh. Okay, Lisa is negative of corona because someone at the work has corona. Ja, wir reden heute Abend. Okay. The merch guy is texting me. Okay, and Feedback Gaming says probably private.
I mean, in a perfect world,
Okay, Dave is coming. Dave would like to do a podcast tonight after the but it's too late. I have to leave. I have to talk to Lisa. I have to chill with Lisa. I want to chill with Lisa, and I'm gonna be tired. The stream's gonna be very long, but we can make a podcast maybe tomorrow or some shit. Have you had the vaccine? Soon. I don't know when, but soon. Very soon I'm getting the vaccine. What are the must-have for full DLCs? I can never answer that. I don't know, man. If you play multiplayer, you don't need them. Okay, Dave. Dave is here. I need epic music for this. Okay, Dave. Oh, fuck. Okay, Dave. Fuck, I'm so nervous. Okay, Dave, when you're ready, right? I need good music here. This is actually very serious, man. This is no joke. I'm getting into esports mode, guys. This is no joke. Let's play full random, Dave. Let's play full random. I choose first map and then you choose next map. I mean, we don't know the maps anyway, Dave. Let's be serious. Go over the rules. Loser picks map. Yeah, loser picks map. We don't really know the maps though, Dave. Let's be serious. Okay. You know the maps? Shut the fuck up, Dave. Piece of shit. He's just... Dude, he's either the greatest player ever or he's just memeing. Let's do it like this. So here we go. This is a very fair map. Very open, fair map. Oh, God. He's ready. Okay, Dave. Good luck. Good luck, Dave. Cool, we are... Okay, here we go.
Blaupausen bereit, Sir.
Neue Bauoptionen. Produktion läuft.
No more talking, chat. You can all shut up now.
Produktion abgeschlossen. Produktion läuft. Neue Bauoptionen. Produktion abgeschlossen. Produktion läuft. Neues Ziel erhalten. Neue Bauoptionen. Einheit bereit. Neues Ziel erhalten. Einheit bereit. Einheit bereit.
Ich arbeite dran, da kenne ich mich aus. Da kenne ich mich aus. Ja, Sir.
Einheit verloren. Aufstellen nicht möglich.
I'm choking already. I'm choking already.
Produktion läuft.
Ich arbeite dran.
I'm already
Trainer,
choking.
Sir.
He's beating my ass, dude.
Einheit bereit. Einheit verloren. Einheit bereit.
Dude, he kills all the dogs!
Da kenne ich mich
Neues
aus.
Ziel
Ja,
erhalten.
Sir. Ich komme nicht zu
Einheit
spät.
bereit.
Auf dem Weg.
Neue
Ich komme nicht zu spät.
Bauoptionen. Produktion
Reparatur.
Where's that
abgeschlossen.
fucking oil field, man?
Neue Bauoptionen. Produktion läuft. Neues Ziel erhalten. Training.
Ich arbeite dran.
I
Einheit
lost the
bereit.
oil field!
Praktisch und vielseitig. Schnell und
Unzureichende
da leite ich mich
Credits.
aus. Ja, Sir.
Neues Ziel erhalten. Einheit bereit.
Auf Geschwindigkeit getrimmt. Ich arbeite dran. Butterweich. Reparatur nötig? Reparatur
I'm already
nötig?
super far
Butterweich.
behind, man.
Reparatur nötig? Jupp.
Die
Unterwegs.
Basis steht unter
Wird
Beschuss.
erledigt. Kenne ich mich aus. Pläne werden ausgewertet.
Produktion läuft. Ölraffinerie erobert.
EDF bereit.
Zusätzliche
Ich
Ressourcen
hinterlasse nur eine
verfügbar.
Staubwolke. Ich habe die Pläne
Unsere
hier.
Basis steht unter Beschuss.
Transformertafeln
Reparatur
einsatzbereit.
Einheit verloren. Kritisches Energieniveau. Ölraffinerie erobert. Zusätzliche Ressourcen verfügbar. Unsere Basis steht unter Beschuss. Neues Ziel erhalten. Kritisches Energieniveau. Reparatur läuft.
Dude, he's so good at this game.
Steht unter Beschuss. Produktion abgeschlossen. Einheit bereit.
Unzerstörbar wie ein
Einheit bereit.
Bestätigt.
Jesus Christ, I just got wrecked.
Produktion läuft.
Zeigen wir ihnen, was wir
Holy
haben.
crap, Dave is really good at this shit.
Neues Ziel erhalten. Neues Ziel erhalten.
Fuck. He has so many
Einheit
tanks
bereit.
now. Holy shit.
Gebäude
Oh my
verkauft.
god, I can't believe what just happened here. Fucking Dave, man. He's really good at this.
Machen wir uns
Neues
auf den
Ziel
Weg.
erhalten.
Er gehört mir.
Produktion
Stellungswechsel.
abgeschlossen.
Stellungswechsel. Ja, Sir.
Neues Ziel erhalten.
Unzerstörbar wie ein Feld. Los.
Einheit bereit.
Machen wir sie
Einheit
fertig.
verloren.
Unzerstörbar wie ein Feld. Fahrzeug bereit. Schon unterwegs,
Neues
Sir.
Ziel erhalten. Produktion läuft. Einheit
Fahrzeug
bereit.
bereit.
Neues Ziel erhalten.
Einheit berichtet.
Produktion
Position wird gesichert.
abgeschlossen. Produktion läuft. Training. Einheit bereit.
Ja, Sir. Ja, Sir.
Neues
Machen wir
Ziel
uns auf den
erhalten.
Weg.
Einheit bereit. Reparatur läuft.
Machen wir uns auf den Weg.
Einheit bereit.
Sofort, Sir. Panzer haben
Produktion
keine Chance.
abgeschlossen.
Stellungswechsel.
Einheit
I'm choking
bereit.
so hard, I'm choking.
Keine Chance. Bestätigt.
Reparatur läuft.
Ja, Sir.
Einheit bereit. Einheit verloren.
Auf Ihr Zeichen, Sir.
Einheit bereit. Produktion
How's
läuft.
Dave this good, man?
Zeigen wir Ihnen, was wir haben.
Produktion läuft. Einheit bereit. Reparatur läuft. Produktion abgeschlossen.
Wir sind unzerstörbar.
Einheit
Ja,
bereit.
ja, Sir.
Produktion abgeschlossen.
Haben bestätigt, Sir. Zeigen wir Ihnen, was wir haben.
Einheit bereit. Produktion läuft. Neue Bauoptionen.
Zeigen wir Ihnen, was wir haben. Panzer haben unzerstörbar wie ein Feld. Unzerstörbar wie ein
Einheit bereit.
Keine Chance. Haben keine Chance.
Aufstellen nicht möglich. Produktion läuft. Einheit bereit. Training.
Los!
Neues Ziel erhalten. Einheit bereit. Einheit bereit. Einheit
Ja,
bereit.
Sir. Einheit
Neues Ziel
berichtet.
erhalten.
Einheit berichtet.
Produktion abgeschlossen.
Fahrzeug bereit.
Einheit bereit. Produktion läuft. Einheit bereit. Neue Bauoptionen. Einheit bereit. Aufstellen nicht möglich. Einheit bereit. Produktion läuft. Einheit bereit. Einheit
Ja, Sir.
bereit.
Sofort, Sir.
Neues Ziel erhalten. Einheit bereit. Produktion läuft. Einheit bereit.
Brauchen Sie eine andere Version?
Produktion abgeschlossen. Einheit bereit. Produktion läuft.
Fahrzeug bereit. Machen wir uns auf den Weg.
Einheit bereit. Produktion abgeschlossen. Produktion läuft. Einheit bereit.
Wir sind
Produktion
unzerstörbar.
abgeschlossen.
nehme die Luftlinie.
Einheit bereit. Vorgang nicht möglich. Gebäudeproduktion läuft.
Luftlinie.
Einheit bereit.
hier oben.
Einheit bereit.
Ab in die Lüfte.
Neues Ziel erhalten. Einheit bereit. Produktion abgeschlossen. Produktion läuft. Einheit bereit. Kraftfeld
Er
bereit.
gehört mir.
Einheit bereit.
Schnell und leicht.
Einheit bereit. Produktion läuft.
Ja, Sir.
Produktion abgeschlossen. Einheit bereit. Produktion abgeschlossen.
Fahrzeug bereit.
Einheit bereit. Einheit
Ja, Sir.
bereit.
Läuft butterweich.
Produktion läuft.
Position wird gesichert.
Einheit
Wir
bereit.
können Anpassungen vornehmen.
Neues Ziel erhalten. Training. Gestoppt. Produktion abgeschlossen. Einheit bereit.
Unterwegs.
Linsenrotoren überprüfen. Hoch und weg. Korea stolz. Viele.
Einheit
Auf dem
bereit.
Weg. Luftgeschwindigkeit
Einheit
ist
bereit.
bereit.
Einheit bereit.
Korea ist stolz. Auf dem Weg.
Einheit bereit.
Jetzt sind sie dran.
Einheit bereit. Produktion läuft.
Schnell und leicht. Ja, Sir. Hervorragend.
Einheit bereit.
Nähere mich dem Ziel. Feuerzone
Produktion
bestätigt.
abgeschlossen. Einheit bereit.
Zone bestätigt. Schnell und leicht.
Einheit bereit. Produktion läuft. Produktion läuft. Einheit bereit.
Jupp.
Neues Ziel erhalten.
Black
Einheit
Eagle
bereit.
berichtet. Luftgeschwindigkeit wird kalibriert.
Produktion abgeschlossen. Einheit bereit.
Luftgeschwindigkeit wird kalibriert. Ziel erfasst.
Einheit bereit. Produktion abgeschlossen. Neues Ziel erhalten. Einheit bereit. Produktion läuft.
Schwadron.
Einheit
Immer im
bereit.
Fahrzeug bereit. Auf Geschwindigkeit gezielt.
Einheit bereit.
He's fucking up, man. He's really fucking up now. He had a great early game, but he never used it really.
Einheit bereit.
Befehl erhalten.
Gewittersturm bereit. Ziel wählen. Achtung,
Black Eagle
Gewittersturm
berichtet.
aktiviert.
Jetzt sind sie dran.
Einheit bereit.
Yeah, he's fucking up hard now. What did he?
Einheit
Man, his early
bereit.
game was so sick.
Einheit befördert.
Damn, Dave, what did
Einheit
you do?
verloren.
Man, I was so scared of you in early game. That was an amazing early game. Look, he's like AFK.
Einheit verloren.
Is he okay, man?
Einheit bereit.
Dave?
Produktion abgeschlossen.
His game
Einheit
buff?
bereit. Einheit befördert. Gewonnen.
He's AFK for 5 minutes? You're so tunnel vision, you never knew that he's leaving. Oh, he wasn't here? I was so in tunnel vision. Dave, where are you? How's he AFK? How do you guys know that? Oh, he texted me. I can't move my units. I have no idea why. Tommy doesn't even realize I haven't clicked anything in 10 minutes. Oh shit, he wasn't here. It doesn't count. Dave! Dave! Well, that was a good warm-up. Holy shit, he was so
Listen,
good.
hey, listen, this might have been my mistake, but I think I hit some hotkey and I couldn't get off it. And every time I clicked, it was saying waypoint active or something. And I
Oh, yeah,
couldn't do anything.
you on the bottom, you activated waypoints.
It's wasted. Listen, you won that one because technically I forfeited, so you won up anyway. I want to play this map again.
You wanna what?
Actually, the better question would be, how when you're on waypoint mode, how do you get off it?
You have to press Z again.
No. I was literally face rolling my keyboard to find what key I pressed because I know what I pressed.
Damn, why are you so good at this game, you fuck? Your dog micro was like really good and shit. Fuck you. Let's go. Okay.
Well,
man,
okay, you've
same
got a
man.
you've got a handicap anyway. You got the first one anyway.
Damn, he scares the fuck out of me. Oh man, I literally didn't realize he's AFK. I was like, I didn't realize shit, man. Tommy micro's hard against AFK players.
I was thinking, at what point is Tommy going to realize it? He drops like weather stone right on top of my whole tank arm, and he's like, surely he'll realize at this point.
Okay,
like,
I'm ready now. Fuck, you're really good at this game. That scares. This is so awkward. Why are you good at this?
All right, okay, I'll let you go. Okay.
Fuck. Ready?
Ready?
Jesus Christ, Dave is scaring the fuck out of me.
Okay, I'll DC. I'll let you get in the zone again.
Okay.
Was liegt an?
Neue Bauoptionen.
Damn, he's really
Produktion
good.
läuft.
Shut up now, Tommy. Beat him. Beat his ass. Beat his ass.
Produktion abgeschlossen.
You have to
Produktion
realize his
läuft.
dogs are really strong. You have to be
Neue
very careful about his dogs.
Bauoptionen. Produktion abgeschlossen. Produktion läuft. Neues Ziel erhalten. Neue Bauoptionen.
Ich
Einheit
arbeite dran.
bereit.
Ich komme nicht zu spät.
Einheit bereit. Neues Ziel erhalten.
Da kenne ich mich aus.
Einheit
Black,
bereit.
ich habe die Werkzeuge.
Ölraffinerie
Ja, Sir.
erobert.
Ich habe die Werkzeuge.
Zusätzliche Ressourcen verfügbar. Einheit bereit. Produktion läuft.
You have to turn the music off.
Neue Bauoptionen.
Not this time, Dave. There's double music. That's really stupid.
verloren. Produktion abgeschlossen. Neue Bauoptionen. Produktion läuft.
Shit, he has a dog inside of me. Wow, I did not see that dog. Well done.
Einheit bereit.
Man, he's really good at this. This is so awkward.
Produktion abgeschlossen. Produktion läuft. Produktion läuft. Gestoppt. Unsere Basis steht unter Beschuss. Neues Ziel erhalten. Produktion abgeschlossen. Produktion läuft. Kritisches Energieniveau. Unsere Basis steht unter Beschuss. Neue Bauoptionen.
Ja, Sir.
Unsere
Hervorragend.
Basis steht unter
Angriff wird
Beschuss.
gestartet.
Erzsammler unter Beschuss.
Hervorragend.
Neues Ziel erhalten. Einheit bereit. Produktion läuft.
Schnell und leicht.
Wow, well played. Well played. Fuck, that was amazing. Oh god, he's so good at this game.
Vorwärts.
How the fuck is
Einheit
Dave so
bereit.
good at this?
Neues Ziel erhalten. Training.
Startklar. Wohin, Commander? Einheit berichtet. Hervorragend. Startklar. Ja, Sir. Los
Einheit
geht's.
bereit.
Schnell und leicht. Schnell und leicht.
Produktion abgeschlossen.
Position wird gesichert.
Einheit bereit.
Schnell und leicht.
Einheit
Commander,
verloren.
hervorragend. Schon unterwegs.
Neues
Alle
Ziel
abgefeuert.
erhalten. Einheit bereit.
Startklar.
Alle
Produktion
abgefeuert.
läuft.
Position wird gesichert.
hallo,
Einheit
Sir.
berichtet.
Einheit bereit. Produktion läuft. Training. Einheit bereit. Produktion läuft.
Fahrzeug
Gestoppt.
bereit. Ja, Sir.
Einheit
Schon
bereit.
unterwegs, Sir.
Produktion
Einheit
abgeschlossen.
berichtet. Schnell und leicht.
Verstärkung bereit.
Startklar.
Ziel wählen.
Fahrzeug bereit.
Ich muss die
Produktion
Rakete
abgeschlossen.
Holosammler
Schon
meldet sich
unterwegs,
zum
Sir.
Dienst.
Einheit bereit. Produktion
Startklar. Ja,
läuft.
Sir. Hervorragend. Fahrzeug
Einheit
bereit.
bereit.
Los geht's. Klar doch.
Ich kann überall hin.
Bereit.
Ich nehme die Luftlinie.
Einheit bereit.
Erledigt, Sir. Ein bisschen Action gefällig, oder? Komme sofort.
Einheit bereit.
Schneller. Klar doch. Bin unterwegs.
Einheit bereit. Einheit verloren. Einheit bereit.
Grabe mich ein.
Einheit verloren.
Startklar. Vorwärts.
Neues Ziel erhalten. Produktion läuft. Neue
Ja,
Bauoption.
Sir.
Einheit verloren.
Ja, Sir.
Produktion
Ein
abgeschlossen.
bisschen Action gefällig.
Einheit bereit. Kritisches Energieniveau.
Commander.
Einheit verloren.
Erledigt, Sir.
Einheit bereit.
Wohin,
Einheit
Commander?
verloren.
Wohin, Commander?
Produktion abgeschlossen. Einheit bereit. Ziel wählen.
Wohin, Commander?
Verstärkung bereit.
Oder? Auf Geschwindigkeit
Einheit
getrimmt.
bereit.
Oh,
Neues
hallo,
Ziel
Fahrzeug
erhalten.
bereit. Einheit
Das
berichtet.
Geld kommt
Hervorragend.
sofort.
Neues Ziel erhalten. Aufstellen nicht möglich.
Fahrzeug bereit.
Produktion läuft.
Sir. Ja, Sir.
Einheit bereit.
Ja, Sir. Startklar. Schon
Einheit
unterwegs,
bereit.
Sir. Fahrzeug
Neues
unterwegs, Sir.
Ziel erhalten.
Startklar. Schon unterwegs, Sir. Oder? Komme sofort. Bin unterwegs. Schneller.
Einheit bereit.
Los, vorwärts. Ja, Sir. Ja, Sir. Einheit unterwegs. Wohin, Commander?
Produktion abgeschlossen.
Position wird gesichert.
Neues Ziel erhalten. Produktion
Startklar.
läuft. Einheit
Startklar.
bereit.
Speicherpaneele aufgeladen.
Neues Ziel erhalten.
Geländefluktuation wird ausgeglichen.
Produktion abgeschlossen.
Ja, Sir. Ja, Sir. Bereit. Bin unterwegs.
Einheit
Einheit
bereit.
berichtet.
Kraftfeld bereit. Produktion läuft. Training.
Ja,
Neue
Commander.
Koordinaten
Verstärkung
eingespeist.
bereit.
Prisma-Panzer. Geländefluktuation wird ausgeglichen.
Really? He's just walking through like this?
Koordinaten
Unsere
anpassen.
Basis steht unter Beschuss.
Fahrzeug bereit.
Erzsammler unter Beschuss. Einheit bereit.
Aktiviert.
Gebäude
Ja, Sir.
eingenommen.
Wird fokussiert. Positionsdaten empfangen.
Punkt aus.
Daten
Ziel wählen.
werden neu angepasst.
Fahrzeug bereit.
Geländefluktuation
Neues Ziel
wird
erhalten.
ausgeglichen.
Material überprüft und
Einheit
freigegeben.
verloren.
Die Show rollt.
Neue Bauoptionen.
Spiegelstabilisatoren werden neu angepasst.
Produktion läuft.
Startklar. Ein bisschen Action
Neue
gefällig.
Koordinaten eingespeist.
Produktion abgeschlossen. Neues Ziel erhalten. Produktion läuft.
Wohin, Commander?
Einheit bereit.
Ja, Sir. Erledigt.
Produktion
Ein bisschen
läuft.
Action gefällig. Komme sofort.
Einheit bereit. Produktion abgeschlossen. Produktion läuft. Einheit bereit.
Chronosammler
Einheit verloren.
auswählen.
Produktion abgeschlossen. Einheit bereit.
Alle
Einheit verloren.
abgefeuert. Alles klar
Neue
hier oben.
Bauoptionen.
Ich kann sie sehen.
Einheit bereit. Produktion läuft.
Einheit
Einheit
berichtet.
bereit. Produktion abgeschlossen. Neues
Dort,
Ziel
ja.
erhalten.
Steuerungsfehler wird kompensiert.
Einheit bereit.
Vorwärts.
Verstärkung bereit. Produktion läuft. Einheit verloren.
Chronosammler meldet sich
Einheit
zum Dienst.
verloren.
Immer im
Primärgebäude
Dienst.
ausgewählt. Produktion läuft. Einheit bereit. Produktion läuft.
Kanal frei.
Einheit bereit.
Triebwerke aktiviert.
Produktion
Ich
abgeschlossen.
habe
Einheit verloren. Einheit bereit.
Positionsdaten empfangen. Vergrößerungslinsen
Einheit
aktiviert.
bereit. Einheit verloren. Einheit bereit. Einheit verloren. Einheit befördert. Einheit verloren. Einheit bereit. Einheit befördert. Einheit verloren. Neues Ziel erhalten. Einheit befördert. Einheit verloren. Einheit befördert. Einheit befördert.
Fluktuation wird aus.
Einheit verloren. Gewonnen.
Datenempfang.
Spieler wurde besiegt.
He wasn't AFK again. And he's really good at cheesing. He's very good at cheesing. So nervous, man. He's really good. He's very good. He has some moves that are super fucking pro, man. Like the way he killed my oil, I would never expected that. Feedback's making me a better player here, man. He's very... I like that. I'm very, very surprised by this. Dave, are you here or what? Jesus. My fucking ass pillow is breaking. Look at this, my ass. Do you see that? My ass pillow is breaking. That's 1-0, Dave! That's 1-0! You fuck! You choose a map, mate. You choose a map. God damn, you're making me sweat, Dave. I have to turn off the in-game music. Jeez. I messed up because I didn't go gems. Fair win. This guy's... He's fucking rushing in with his shitty fucking... You choose a map, Dave. He will choose a map. Let me do Google Pics. Oh yeah, oh fuck, you don't know, yeah. He doesn't know maps, yeah. Well, I don't know any of these maps anyway. Just choose what you want. I have no idea, man. I have no clue about this shit. Damn. The engineer rush, the 3 GIs, that was very good. I beat him on docks this time. Tanya's training ground. What the fuck is that supposed to be? Oh. Pixel, shut up. Okay, he's looking at map list. He's looking at a map list. We can just do random map. It's really I have no idea what this is, man. No clue. Look at this map. That map does not look good. This map right here looks like really painful. Thank you, Kevin. Okay, let's see what he chooses. Official tournament B, map B. Official tournament map B. You mean this one? I only see one. Official tournament map B. Is it the one we won? Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh, he wants a water map. He wants to play a water map. He's gonna use water. 100% he's gonna use water. 1,000,000%. I know nothing about water. Piece of shit, motherfucker. I know nothing about water. Zero, Bren. Thank you, Canine. Fuck, I don't know what to do here. Well, Dave, you fuck. Let's go. Fuck. He knows my weakness.
Alliierte Baupläne liegen bereit.
Neue Bauoptionen.
Water map.
Produktion läuft. Produktion abgeschlossen. Produktion läuft. Neue Bauoptionen. Produktion abgeschlossen. Produktion läuft. Neues Ziel erhalten. Neue Bauoptionen. Einheit bereit. Einheit bereit. Einheit bereit.
Ich arbeite
Produktion
dran.
abgeschlossen.
Ich komme nicht zu spät.
Einheit bereit. Neue Bauoptionen. Produktion läuft.
Da kenne ich mich aus.
Produktion
Pläne werden
abgeschlossen.
ausgewertet. Da kenne ich mich aus.
Neues Ziel
Pläne werden
erhalten.
ausgewertet.
Training. Ölraffinerie erobert. Zusätzliche Ressourcen verfügbar. Einheit bereit. Produktion abgeschlossen.
Da kenne ich mich aus.
Brücke repariert. Einheit verloren. Produktion läuft. Neue Bauoptionen.
Reparatur nötig? Auf dem Weg. Ich habe die Werkzeuge. Ich komme nicht zu spät. Ich komme nicht zu spät. Ich komme nicht zu spät. Ich habe die Pläne
Einheit
hier.
bereit. Ölraffinerie erobert. Zusätzliche Ressourcen verfügbar. Einheit verloren. Neues Ziel erhalten. Einheit bereit. Einheit bereit. Produktion läuft. Einheit bereit.
Panzer haben
Los!
keine
Produktion
Chance.
abgeschlossen. Produktion läuft. Einheit bereit.
Wir sind unzerstörbar.
Erzsammler unter Beschuss.
Guten Tag, Commander.
Unsere Basis steht unter Beschuss. Erzsammler unter Beschuss. Einheit bereit. Einheit verloren.
Zeigen ihnen, was wir haben. Sofort, Sir.
Produktion läuft. Abgebrochen.
Fahrzeug bereit.
Einheit bereit.
Unzerstörbar wie ein Feld. Unzerstörbar. Stellungswechsel.
Fahrer bereit. Schnell und leicht.
Produktion abgeschlossen.
Unzerstörbar wie ein Feld, Sir.
Los
Ja,
geht's.
Sir.
Einheit bereit.
Position wird
Neues
gesichert.
Wir
Ziel
sind
erhalten.
unzerstörbar.
Neue Bauoptionen.
Wir sind
Produktion läuft.
unzerstörbar.
Unsere Basis steht unter Beschuss. Produktion abgeschlossen. Einheit bereit.
Bestätigt.
Einheit verloren.
Sofort, Sir. Wir kümmern uns um dich.
Produktion abgeschlossen.
Position wird
Einheit verloren. Einheit bereit. Kritisches Energieniveau.
bereit.
Einheit verloren. Einheit verloren. Produktion läuft. Einheit bereit. Produktion läuft.
Fahrzeug bereit.
Neues Ziel erhalten.
Da klar. Los
Da
geht's.
ist es ja.
Erzsammler unter Beschuss. Einheit bereit.
Stupid fucking tank spam he's doing, man.
Aufstellen nicht möglich.
Commander.
Erzsammler unter Beschuss. Einheit verloren. Einheit bereit. Einheit verloren.
Schnell und leicht.
Einheit bereit. Produktion läuft.
Einheit berichtet.
Neues
Vorwärts.
Ziel erhalten.
Hallo, Sir.
Produktion
Chrono-Konvoi rollt.
abgeschlossen. Neues Ziel
Da
erhalten.
klar. Hervorragend.
Einheit
Ja,
bereit.
Sir.
Dude, you just have too many tanks now.
Erzsammler unter
It's GG.
Beschuss. Einheit verloren.
It's GG.
Produktion abgeschlossen.
GG. Fucking tank
Gefechtskontrolle
rush
beendet.
bullshit, man. Thank you, Ivor, the bonus. Fuck. Fuck. Shit. Well played. Fuck. He knows how to play this game. He just does the tank rush, man. Tank, 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 tank. Way too many tanks here on him. He doesn't even do collectors. There was like a rush tactic he did there. Fuck. That was good. Oh, he's really good at this game. How is he so good at this? When did he play this? The fuck's his problem? Fucking Dave, man. I choose this map. I choose this map. I choose this map, Dave. Yeah, you suck at... You're very good at early game, but I think you're not that good at late game, Dave. That's what I'm feeling about you. Shit, he's really good. I've never expected this. What the fuck are you doing in your free time, Dave? I have to realize that he does a big tank rush tactic. So if he once breaks, if he once is ahead of me, I will never come back. Big tank rush shit. This game is my childhood, mine too. But you're like really meta tactic. Okay, man, let's do this. Fuck, I'm so nervous. No way for the day, no. Dave is really good.
Mobiles Bauzentrum.
Neue Bauoptionen. Produktion läuft. Produktion abgeschlossen. Produktion läuft. Neue Bauoptionen. Produktion abgeschlossen. Produktion läuft. Neues Ziel erhalten. Neue Bauoptionen. Einheit bereit. Einheit bereit. Einheit bereit. Neues Ziel erhalten. Produktion abgeschlossen. Einheit bereit. Produktion läuft. Einheit bereit. Neue Bauoptionen.
Werkzeuge bereit. Ja, Commander. Ich habe die Info. Bin auf dem Weg.
Neues Ziel erhalten. Neues Ziel erhalten.
Warte auf Order. Für die
Produktion
Union.
abgeschlossen.
Genosse.
Gebäude
Werkzeuge bereit.
eingenommen. Einheit verloren.
Werkzeuge bereit. Bin auf dem Weg.
Neue Bauoptionen. Produktion läuft.
Genosse. Order
Neues
erhalten.
Ziel erhalten. Einheit bereit. Neues Ziel
Ich
erhalten.
habe die Info.
Training.
Bin auf dem Weg. Ich habe die Info. Werkzeuge bereit.
Ölraffinerie
Ich gehe.
erobert. Zusätzliche
Genosse.
Ressourcen verfügbar.
Genosse Union. Für die
Einheit
Union.
bereit. Unzureichende Credits. Gebäude eingenommen.
No, I misclicked so hard! I misclicked so hard! I sold my building! I'm choking so heavy, bro! Oh, the choking! I already kind of fucking lost here. Jesus Christ, Tommy!
Überprüfung
What
läuft.
an unbelievable misplay!
Abgeschlossen. Produktion läuft. Einheit verloren. Neues Ziel erhalten. Neue
Fuck.
Bauoptionen.
Genosse. Marschiere
My even my collectors here, I'm choking so hard! I'm playing like the worst!
Einheit
I'm playing
bereit.
so bad!
Ölraffinerie erobert.
It's not even funny
Zusätzliche
anymore!
Ressourcen verfügbar. Produktion abgeschlossen.
Ja, Commander.
Kritisches
Bin auf dem Weg.
Energieniveau.
Alter, I feel so bad here. I'm playing like the biggest fish in the world, man.
Ich arbeite dran. Überprüfung läuft.
Ölraffinerie erobert.
Fuck, I am so sorry. And again, I put my collector somewhere else.
Reiche Anteile
I am the worst, I am the worst, I am the
Einheit
worst.
bereit.
I am so fucking bad at this.
Hier. Ja, das
Produktion
werden wir
läuft.
brauchen.
Wow. I feel very bad about myself here. How did my drone die, I
Einheit
wonder?
bereit. Produktion abgeschlossen. Neue Bauoptionen. Training. Unsere Basis steht unter Beschuss.
Wenigstens
Neues
habe ich einen
Ziel
Job.
erhalten.
Jetzt wird's ernst.
Einheit bereit. Reparatur läuft.
Warte auf Order.
Produktion
Auf geht's.
abgeschlossen.
Wenigstens habe ich einen Job.
Neues Ziel erhalten.
Warte auf Order.
Einheit bereit.
Angriff.
Reparatur läuft. Produktion läuft.
Warte auf Order.
Einheit bereit.
Warte auf Order.
Neues Ziel erhalten. Produktion läuft. Produktion abgeschlossen. Produktion läuft. Produktion abgeschlossen. Produktion läuft.
Berichtet.
Kritisches Energieniveau.
Position wird geändert.
Produktion abgeschlossen.
Position wird geändert. Wir machen sie fertig.
Spionageflugzeug bereit. Produktion läuft. Unsere Basis steht unter Beschuss. Neues Ziel erhalten. Training. Einheit verloren. Einheit bereit.
Position wird geändert.
Unsere Basis steht unter Beschuss.
Bereit.
Einheit bereit. Produktion abgeschlossen.
Warte auf Order.
Einheit bereit.
Warte
Produktion
auf
läuft.
Order. Auf geht's.
Neues Ziel
Bereit. Bitte
erhalten.
auf Order.
Produktion abgeschlossen.
Position wird geändert.
Einheit bereit.
Position
Neues Ziel
bestätigt.
erhalten.
Fahrzeug berichtet. Position wird geändert. Bereit. Order, Genosse.
Einheit bereit. Produktion läuft.
Wenigstens habe ich einen Job. Position
Einheit
wird
bereit.
geändert. Position wird geändert. Position bestätigt. Order, Genosse.
Einheit verloren.
Position bestätigt. Habe ich einen Job. Position wird geändert. Berichtet.
Einheit bereit.
Dies ist
Produktion abgeschlossen. Produktion läuft. Vorgang nicht möglich. Gebäudeproduktion läuft. Einheit bereit.
Bereit. Machen wir den Luftraum frei.
Produktion abgeschlossen.
Position
Einheit bereit.
Give up.
Gewonnen.
I took too much money from
Spieler
him.
wurde
2-1. I took too much money from him. Yeah. Not taking the oil is killing him. Did you already see this? It's probably Victoria Free League. I don't care, man. I have much different problems right now. You rolled a good country? How was the country? Whoa! How was... Hey, Dave, how did the country matter here? I didn't even use my country. I was just Soviets. That's a weak excuse. What? You have engineers too? What did I do wrong? No. How the fuck did my country matter here? How did my country here, though? It's 2-1. How did my country matter? I don't see that, man. Because I have anti-air? You like Rocketeers, man. You're very good at harassing, Dave. I'm very, very impressed by you, though. I'm ultra impressed by you. I never thought you would be this good. Flex super effective? Well, then don't do Rocketeers. Soviet stronger early game? Rhinos? That's a big excuse right now, man. You didn't do early game, and you didn't go to the city. That is a bit weak, man. Dave's good at mind games. He's very good at mind games. Choose a map, Dave. Dave is very good at mind games. So nervous, man. I've never been this nervous in a long time about esports. I didn't have this feeling in a long time. This, when you play ranked Dota 2 or StarCraft feeling. I don't even have that in Counter-Strike. Like, in Counter-Strike, I don't give a fuck if I lose or win. It's 2-1, not 3-1. How many times I gotta say? I'm stronger on Soviets. I will see. Captain Terror Drone. I like Yuri the most. I like Yuri. I will talk to him, Marconi, and keep you updated. What happened? I choose tournament map A. This one, right? Dude, you and your shitty. What are these buildings? Oh, there's no oil. What is these buildings? What is these buildings? Explain that first. What is these buildings? What is these buildings? There's no oil on this map, yeah. You can occupy them. Fuck, man. Dave is scaring the living hell out of me, man. Russia versus Russia. I have a lot of respect for Dave today, man. He's playing amazing.
Produktion läuft. Produktion abgeschlossen. Produktion läuft. Neue Bauoptionen. Produktion abgeschlossen. Produktion läuft. Neues Ziel erhalten. Neue Bauoptionen. Neues Ziel erhalten. Neues Ziel erhalten. Einheit bereit. Einheit bereit.
Überprüfung
Produktion abgeschlossen.
Order erhalten.
Einheit
Ich
bereit.
arbeite dran. Überprüfung läuft.
Neue Bauoptionen.
Genosse,
Produktion
Order
läuft.
erhalten. Ich habe die Info. Analyse
Raffinerie
durchgeführt. Warte
erobert.
auf Order.
Zusätzliche Ressourcen verfügbar. Produktion läuft.
Angriff.
Gebäude eingenommen. Produktion abgeschlossen.
Rekrute melden.
Gebäude verlassen. Einheit verloren.
Arbeit.
Ölraffinerie erobert. Zusätzliche Ressourcen verfügbar. Produktion abgeschlossen. Produktion läuft. Gebäude eingenommen. Einheit bereit. Neue Bauoptionen. Einheit bereit. Produktion abgeschlossen. Produktion läuft. Einheit bereit.
Genosse.
Unzureichende Credits.
Fahrzeug
Einheit verloren.
Position bestätigt.
Neues Ziel erhalten.
Warte
Einheit
auf Order.
verloren. Produktion läuft. Produktion
Fahrzeug
abgeschlossen.
berichtet.
Neues
Position
Ziel
bestätigt.
erhalten. Einheit
Position wird
bereit.
geändert.
Neues Ziel erhalten.
Position bestätigt. Auf geht's.
Einheit
Auf
bereit.
geht's. Überprüfe Position
Neues
wird
Ziel
geändert.
erhalten. Einheit bereit.
Ja. Position wird
Produktion
geändert. Auf
abgeschlossen.
geht's.
Einheit
Position
verloren.
bestätigt. Wir machen sie
Neues Ziel
fertig.
erhalten. Einsatz hier nicht möglich.
Bereit.
Produktion läuft.
Ich marschiere
Neues Ziel erhalten. Einheit verloren.
Bereit, Genosse.
Neue Bauoptionen.
Vorwärts. Endspurt.
Neues Ziel erhalten.
Angesichtet.
Einheit bereit.
Lade auf. Vorwärts. Lade auf. Ja, Genosse.
Neues Ziel erhalten. Einheit bereit.
Tesla Position bestätigt.
Einheit
Lade auf.
bereit.
Ich marschiere los. Ja, Genosse. Die Schocktherapie kann beginnen. Techniker auf dem
Fahrzeug
Feld. Elektroden
berichtet.
bereit. Vorwärts. Zur Quelle.
Neues Ziel erhalten.
Techniker auf
Bereit,
dem Feld.
Genosse.
Produktion abgeschlossen. Produktion läuft. Einheit
Position
bereit.
wird geändert.
Spionageflugzeug
Ziel
bereit.
gesichtet.
Ziel wählen.
Ja,
Ziel gesichtet.
Produktion
Position
abgeschlossen.
bestätigt.
Neues Ziel erhalten. Einheit verloren.
Bereit.
Produktion
Auf
läuft.
geht's. Ziel gesichtet.
Nice.
Position wird geändert.
Einheit bereit. Neues Ziel
Warte auf
erhalten.
Elektroden bereit.
Warte auf Order. Position wird
Überprüfe
geändert.
Verbindung. Genosse. Elektroden
Position
bereit.
bestätigt.
Produktion
Auf geht's.
abgeschlossen. Neues Ziel erhalten. Training. Einheit bereit. Gewonnen.
Fuck your early game, Dave. Fuck your early game, mate. Oh. Ah! Final game. I kind of won already. I forgot the oil. I just saw it. Yeah, you have to check the map, mate, man. You have to check the map, dude. I saw the last moment. That's 3-1 I won, but let's do best of 5 is to final one. See if it's 4-1 or 3-2, but you're very good, Dave, man. It's very fun playing with you, man. Very fun. You're so far the one who's most on my level. I'm so impressed by him. I never thought this boomer actually had it in him. Wow. I haven't felt this nervous in a while. I love it. This, you know, that esports nervosity. A lot of people never had it. When I actually played tournaments in StarCraft back in the day, and I was so nervous. I mean, look how many chokes I had. I sold my own building, man. I'm so nervous, man. Because there's so much to lose on a stream. Everybody is watching, and if you lose, everybody shits on you. As a streamer, it's even more harder, man, because people shit on you so much, man. He's gonna take some kind of tournament map. No, it's my turn. It's my turn. He took that map. He took that map. It's my turn. It's my turn. I want a long range. I want a long range map. I think they're fun as fuck, man. Too much oil. I hate when there's too much oil. It makes everything too crazy. Oh man, I'm having ultra fun, dude. But I'm nervous. Is this map fair? Ah, too much oil again. I don't like this oil shit, man. This has no oil, right? 1 oil for each player. This map seems fair. Loser picks map. Oh, really? I mean, at this point, who cares? Dave, it's up to you. I never played this map before, man. I never did. Up to Dave. Oh, I'm sweating, man. I'm sweating. You can pick map, sure. Yeah, whatever. The thing about Dave is, he knows how to play. He's sick, but he's still missing a lot of basic knowledge. This one is fine. Go. Final game, guys. His tank rush is very strong. That's what I learned about him, though. You have to be careful about his tank rush. He's doing his shitty little tank rush, man.
Produktion abgeschlossen. Einsatz hier nicht möglich. Neue Bauoptionen. Produktion abgeschlossen. Einsatz hier nicht möglich. Neues Ziel erhalten. Neue Bauoptionen. Neues Ziel erhalten. Neues Ziel erhalten. Einheit bereit.
Werkzeuge bereit. Analyse der Diagramme.
Produktion abgeschlossen. Neue Bauoptionen.
Ich habe die Info.
Produktion läuft. Produktion läuft.
Ich habe die Info.
Ölraffinerie erobert. Zusätzliche Ressourcen verfügbar. Produktion abgeschlossen. Produktion abgeschlossen. Einheit verloren. Produktion läuft. Neue Bauoptionen. Einheit bereit. Einheit bereit. Produktion abgeschlossen. Produktion läuft. Produktion abgeschlossen. Einsatz hier nicht möglich. Produktion läuft. Einheit bereit. Einheit verloren. Unzureichende Credits. Neues Ziel erhalten. Gestoppt. Abgebrochen.
Man, his stupid fucking rush tactics, I swear to God.
Neues Ziel erhalten. Produktion abgeschlossen. Unsere Basis steht unter Beschuss. Neues Ziel
Bereit,
erhalten.
Genossen.
Erzsammler unter Beschuss. Reparatur läuft. Produktion abgeschlossen.
Bereit.
Einheit verloren.
Ja.
Einheit bereit.
Ja, man, Alter.
Gewonnen.
Fuck your tank
Bier.
rush, Junge. Fuck this, man. You built economy, you fuck him up, dude. That's all he got. I overestimated Dave. He's not that good. He does this little tank rush thing, man. And when he has more tanks than he's like, oh, look at me. Oh, 4-1! 4-1, baby! Well played, Dave. You were very good, man. If you train this a bit, you're gonna be really good. Your early game is very bad. You didn't do any dogs now and shit. It's really awkward. So fucking nervous. I'm well in my head right now. This is 1% of my power level. I'm so tilted. Oh, you're tilted? I know how you feel like, Dave. Dude, with a bit of training, you got this. You have to spread your dogs better. Your tanks are very strong. You play tanks so good. When you beat me with the grizzly tanks, you just overwhelmed me. You even make me scared to build 2 collectors. I'm always building 2 collectors, but then he comes with 3 rhinos. I mean, I reacted nice. I deleted it and made tanks and the 1 Tesla trooper. I'm like very good at reacting now. Oh, man. Okay, I'm opening up a random lobby for... Everybody can join, guys. Anyone can join for 1v1s. Anyone. Ooh, Navy only map? I don't know shit about Navy. I don't want to touch Navy, man. That was sick. I was so nervous. Please don't bully. Isn't that guy really good? Isn't that guy really fucking good? Oh, Jesus, man. This map looks fair. Everybody has 2 oil. Okay, I'm gonna choose random. I want to start becoming a Yuri main. Because this is getting serious now. We're actually... This is getting serious now. And I want to choose my main nation. And I really like Yuri. Do I? Let's do random. I'm doing random. Okay, we're gonna play Steel Vision soon. I'm loving this. What up, bully? What up, my dude? RTS are for adults nowadays. You have to go to Origin, buy Command & Conquer, then you download CNCnet Yuri's Revenge. Okay, let's play one game. I'm actually too nervous. Final game maybe, and then I'm just... Okay, I like the big maps. They need more skill.
Sowjetisches Baufahrzeug.
Neue Bauoptionen. Produktion läuft. Produktion abgeschlossen. Produktion läuft. Neue Bauoptionen. Produktion abgeschlossen. Produktion läuft. Neues Ziel erhalten. Neue Bauoptionen. Neues Ziel erhalten. Neues Ziel erhalten. Einheit bereit. Einheit verloren. Einheit
Ich
bereit.
habe die Info.
Produktion
Ich gehe.
abgeschlossen. Neue Bauoptionen. Produktion läuft.
Ich habe die Info. Bin auf dem Weg. Dran. Bin auf dem Weg.
Neues Ziel erhalten.
Ich
Training.
arbeite dran.
Einheit
Analyse die
bereit.
Diagramme. Ja, Commander.
Ölraffinerie
Überprüfung
erobert. Zusätzliche Ressourcen verfügbar. Produktion abgeschlossen. Einheit verloren. Neue Bauoptionen.
Like, I can't
Produktion
open
läuft.
up like this against Dave, because he makes such a tank rush.
Einheit
Clever,
verloren.
clever, clever.
Einheit
There's the
bereit.
terror drone. There is the
Produktion
terror
läuft.
drone.
Produktion abgeschlossen. Neues Ziel erhalten.
The terror drone. Oh,
Einheit
what is he
bereit.
planning? What is he planning?
Produktion abgeschlossen.
He can't do this? Fuck. That's bad.
Erzsammler unter
Wir machen
Beschuss.
Mütterchen
How would I
Russland
save that?
Gebäude eingenommen. Produktion
Oh, he's killing me! No! Oh, God, it was so
Erzsammler unter
close.
Beschuss. Unsere Basis steht unter
What building did
Beschuss.
he sell? He sold my...
Produktion abgeschlossen.
Wir stärken die
Erzsammler unter
sowjetische
Beschuss.
Wirtschaft.
Produktion
I'm
läuft.
actually in bad trouble here. This guy's
Neue
playing good.
Bauoptionen.
Save him, save him, save him!
Erzsammler unter Beschuss.
Wir machen Mütterchen
Einheit
Russland
verloren.
stark.
Fuck, fuck.
Wir dienen dem
Erzsammler unter
großen
Beschuss.
Ziel.
Reparatur läuft.
Order. Position wird
Kritisches
geändert.
Energieniveau. Neues Ziel erhalten. Einheit repariert.
Auf geht's.
Produktion
Ziel gesichtet.
abgeschlossen.
Another meme coming?
Einheit bereit.
Not again, bro.
Neue Bauoptionen.
Warte auf
You ain't leaving me again, bro.
Einheit verloren.
Position
Fucking terror drones, dude.
Reparatur läuft.
Everybody's so
Einheit
good
bereit.
now!
Training.
Everybody's so good at this game. He wasted a lot of economy here, though.
Einheit
He
bereit.
wasted a lot of economy.
Neues Ziel erhalten. Einheit bereit. Neues Ziel erhalten.
He's trying his next meme now. Careful, he's trying another meme.
Einheit
Shoot, shoot, shoot.
bereit.
Warte auf Order. Auf geht's.
I have the repair station, though. He's
Einheit
fucking up.
bereit.
Bereit.
He's fucking up.
Einheit verloren.
Really, right now? Really? You're fucking kidding me, right?
Bereit, Genosse.
Einheit bereit.
Dude, I'm being trolled here completely.
Einheit verloren. Einheit bereit.
Really, right now?
Sowjetisches Baufahrzeug.
Gebäude eingenommen.
I just got wrecked. GG. Wow, well played.
Verloren.
Damn, that was sick. Yeah, wow. Wow.
Gefechtskontrolle beendet.
I just got completely memed. Well done. That was just great. He just completely memed my ass. I can't believe I had that was just me being wrong. I could have totally beaten him. I could have easily beaten him, but I should have just defended his rush and I let him go through. That was just wrong. End of story. I just played really bad. My workload is pretty heavy today. Is podcast yes or no? Not after Paradox. We can do now, Dave. Yes, yes. But after the thing, I can't do it. If you like big match, you should like hack freeze over. Quick match. Okay. I don't know Supreme Commander. No. Podcast now depends if Dave has time. Man, I totally got... But that's how we learned, that he rushed me down. I feel like my economy was better. I did... But how quickly does a Rhino tank die to a terror drone? Let's go.
Blaupausen bereit, Sir.
Neue Bauoptionen.
Left, right, left, right, left, right.
Produktion läuft.
No bullshit, shut up. Left, right,
Produktion abgeschlossen.
left, right.
Produktion läuft.
Pay
Neue
attention, Tommy.
Bauoptionen. Produktion abgeschlossen. Vorgang nicht möglich.
There you go, nice fuck up.
Gebäudeproduktion läuft. Gestoppt. Neues Ziel erhalten. Neue Bauoptionen. Einheit bereit. Neues Ziel erhalten.
I didn't build my refinery. I'm just choking and choking and choking.
Produktion abgeschlossen.
I'm not stopped.
Einheit bereit.
I am choking so much, bro.
Zusätzliche Ressourcen verfügbar.
What the fuck is my problem, Junge? Choking this much.
Produktion abgeschlossen.
I feel embarrassed here, man.
Neue Bauoptionen.
Ich hab die Werkzeuge.
Ölraffinerie erobert.
I feel so
Zusätzliche
embarrassed, man.
Ressourcen verfügbar. Neues Ziel erhalten. Training. Einheit verloren. Einheit bereit. Neues Ziel erhalten. Training. Einheit verloren. Produktion läuft. Neue Bauoptionen. Einheit verloren.
Dude, fuck you, man.
Neues Ziel erhalten. Training. Einheit bereit. Einheit bereit. Neues Ziel erhalten. Training. Produktion abgeschlossen. Einheit bereit. Gestoppt. Einheit bereit. Unzureichende Credits.
Auf dem Weg. Ich komme nicht zu spät.
Einheit bereit. Produktion läuft. Produktion abgeschlossen. Neue Bauoptionen. Produktion läuft.
Ich arbeite dran. Daten werden ausgewertet.
Produktion abgeschlossen.
Ja, Sir.
Ölraffinerie erobert. Zusätzliche Ressourcen verfügbar. Einheit bereit. Einheit verloren. Produktion läuft.
I'm choking so much, man.
Neues Ziel
Doing so many
erhalten.
misplays, man.
Einheit bereit.
Position
It's like I'm
gesichert.
nervous or some shit. It makes me...
Produktion läuft. Training. Einheit verloren. Einheit bereit.
I even feel a bit...
Fahrzeug bereit.
what's the word?
Einheit berichtet.
I feel embarrassed. I feel embarrassed. How I'm choking this much.
Einheit bereit. Produktion abgeschlossen. Produktion läuft. Einheit bereit.
Einheit berichtet.
Einheit verloren.
Sir. Die sehen uns nicht kommen.
Einheit bereit. Produktion abgeschlossen. Neues Ziel erhalten.
Wohin, Commander?
Einheit
Fahrzeug bereit. Schnell
bereit.
und gleich.
Bereit zum Start.
Yeah, this guy's easier. This guy's not so good.
Neues
Still
Ziel
doesn't change the fact that I'm choking like a bitch,
Einheit
man.
bereit.
Sind gefüllt. Und weg.
Doesn't change the fact I'm choking like a bitch.
Ich muss die Sicht klären, Sir. Ich nehme die Luftlinie.
Display the feedback gaming harassment tactic.
Tanks sind gefüllt.
Einheit
Tanks sind
bereit.
gefüllt. Und weg. Ich nehme die Luftlinie. Ich nehme die Luftlinie. Ab in die Lüfte.
Einheit verloren.
Ab in die
Einheit
Lüfte.
bereit.
Ich hab sie.
Produktion abgeschlossen. Einheit bereit. Produktion läuft.
Ooh, that's good now. I need to calm down. That was fucking ultra fun, man. I could play this game all day. Woo! Woo, 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 woo. Hey, how do you feel after losing 4-1?
You know what, my dude? At first,
What?
When there is
I was
downtime,
incredibly
can you
salty to
react
begin with.
to a
Again,
YouTuber,
I
please?
can't. I think I
Any
started off on a
new
bad
video of the
cheat,
report
okay?
of
Because
the
that
week
first
and
game
then
when I
just
spammed
read the
waypoints and I was like
comments after.
totally confused, that really flustered me. I was like so calm before that, and then that happened. I was frantically googling like, how do you get rid of fucking waypoints? I don't know what to do it. And after that, it was all downhill. I felt like you saw the best of me for half of the first game, and then the rest of it was trash. That could be our first topic, actually, because that's something that you are fantastic at. When you are in a high-pressure multiplayer situation, your adrenaline is in, but you've still got your focus. You still can concentrate. Me, I just go to shit. My power level drops to like 5%, and I'm making mistakes left, right, and center.
I know, but it's training. It's training. Thank you, Hashi. It is training. You have to get used to it. I mean, dude, if you would have watched the stream, I did so many mistakes. In the second map, I accidentally deleted my factory and shit. I did so much wrong. I didn't take the oil and stuff. Yeah, you're very nervous. And obviously, as a pro or esports person, you overcome that with training. The more it happens to you, the more you're used to it.
You see, I thought that was the case, but I, as a kid, used to play StarCraft 2 ladder, and I would usually be okay for the first game, maybe the second, depending how it goes. But then at that point, if I get on a losing spree and I get tilted, like I'm like staring at my screen and I'm almost having a breakdown, you know? So
Yeah,
I just can't hold
I know
it
exactly
together.
what you. I think a lot of people know what you mean. But if you look at pros, and I always looked at pros my whole life because I think they're so interesting, they overcome that. They just play all day. They don't care anymore. They just play all day and they overcome all these feelings. That's how you become pro in games, I feel like.
You see, I think that requires like a special kind of person. I think you have to be, you almost have to like, you see, it's okay saying the word when you lose, it's okay, we're learning, but your ego doesn't say that, does it? Your brain says that,
Yeah, sure.
I'm learning.
But you have to
and your
walk
ego
through it.
says...
You have to walk through it.
I think that's what's surprising sometimes when I watch MMA, and I think that they build up their entire lives up to this title shot, and then they fucking miss. And like, dude, that would devastate me. I don't want to crawl into a cave, into a hole in the ground, and live there for the week because I just couldn't handle that kind of feeling of like having your ego so brutally bruised.
I know exactly what you mean, and I had that feeling many times in my life. But as you look at these makers, pro players, sports personalities, blah, 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 they overcome this, and that's how you achieve greatness. If you're always scared of killing your own ego, and by that never leave your comfort zone and never look for a challenge, you will never achieve greatness. But that is the curse of greatness. You can fall down a lot.
It's funny because I think as a 36-year-old, I think I've come to terms with what my personality is. I know, I turned 36
Jesus,
in
he's like
April.
almost 40.
I know, I'm so old, my dude.
I was almost beaten by a 36-year-old in a video game. What?
Almost beaten. You had a little bit of sweat from one game, and the rest of it was a complete breeze. No, I have to. This is good for the chat because I think sometimes you have to reach a certain point in your life and you have to say to yourself, "Is this my personality? Is this changeable? Is this fixable?" And it's the same reason why I kind of abandoned the Hoi 4 meta scene because I realized that I just can't handle. See, this is my mentality. It's so toxic. I either win a game and I feel like the opponents were weak and they didn't try hard enough, or I lose and I have a mental breakdown. It's like I could never make myself happy from a one-on-one multiplayer experience.
I know what you mean. I know. And yeah, as you say, when you get older, your personality changes less. I mean, that's why you don't see a lot of pro players or pro athletes at over 30 years old, right? Probably because stuff like that. Well, it's obviously the body. Your body is not fit anymore, which is so sad to think.
When did StarCraft 2 come out?
When did it come out? Oh, I don't know. 10
Yeah,
years?
because someone in the chat saying that I was a kid. So it would have been 11 years ago.
10,
I
11
guess I've
years.
been 20.
Time is running,
20,
man. Fucking StarCraft.
24, 25.
I was always so nervous. Every single game I was queuing, always nervous. But you have to realize your opponent is nervous too, right? It's like the same. You always imagine your opponent in ladder games as, oh, he's probably gonna be God. He's so sick. No, they're also just some idiot who's scared most of the time.
That's the beauty of getting into the person's head, though, isn't it? It's like those MMA press conferences, you know.
Yeah.
At that point, you've got your opportunity not to fight with your fist, but to fight with words. And if you can climb in the head of someone else, completely psych them out, you've technically already psychologically won before you've even got into the octagon.
And in a way, you just did that to me. And it's just because it's you. It's just because it's Dave. I did so many mistakes that I would normally not do because I'm like, oh no, it's Dave. I have to win or chat is going insane. Dave loves MMA. He loves it now. Dave is getting into MMA now. He always texts me.
You know, it's funny because I thought I was this kind of guy